Hey guys, welcome to Lucid Thoughts 2, my vlog series. Hope y'all like the new intro. So today's topic is today's news. All the stuff that's going on in the news today, like, the Confederate flag ban, the, equal gay marriage rights stuff, and gun control. We're going to be talking about all three of these topics on today, Lucid Thoughts. So let's just jump right into it with the gay marriage, I guess. We can start with that. I don't know what to say here. I was never against it, and then again, I was never for it. I'm not a homophobe, and I'm not gay. So I never really weighed either way. I've never, really gotten into the discussion about it. I mean, I'm all for the equal rights. All for it. You want to let them get married? Go ahead. That's fine. I don't care. My only problem with anybody being gay was like if a gay guy flirted with me, that it wasn't like, oh, I'm so offended. It's just like a little awkward now, just a little bit awkward. Came back up 1 foot or so. Just sorry, more into the girl, not the guys. Just honest. No, but yeah, it's good for them. I'm happy for them. They deserve to, do whatever makes them happy. So let them do that. Let's see what else. The gun control. Let's do gun control next. Gun control is stupid. And it's very simple why it's stupid. Our military go overseas and go, and some of them don't go overseas. Some of them stay here, and some of them are weekend warriors, and I respect all of them. I respect all my troops that, not my troops, but all of our troops that fight for our rights every single day. And one of those rights is the right to bear arms. And I don't think it's okay for them to sit there and defend our rights while the people who sit in an office chair decide what's best for our country by just saying, take away civilians' guns. Excuse me? No. Why? Because all the people who you have on record for owning a weapon, like me, I own my own rifle. Yes, I do. I own it. And for one thing, I'm not going to let somebody just take it away from me. That's the truth. Because I am an American with a right to own that weapon and bear that weapon, and I will not give up my weapon for no one, no how. That is the truth. And even if you manage to go around to everybody you have on record and take away their weapons, guess what? The people who don't have the registered weapons, who even possibly could think about doing something bad, all those unregistered weapons, there are more unregistered weapons in this country than there are registered. And all the people who don't have a registered weapon, guess what? They're more likely, they're probably, 25%, maybe to 50% more likely to ever shoot someone than a person with a registered weapon. I own my own rifle, and I've only ever gone target shooting with it. Why? Because I don't feel the need, just because I have a gun, to go and shoot someone. Okay? And that brings us to the Confederate flag ban. Okay? This is bullcrap. Just because that kid was wearing Confederate flag stuff on him means that, the Confederate flag is bad now? No. No, no, no. Y'all are letting this kid get to you. Every single person who's for the Confederate flag ban is empowering that kid in his prison cell right now. He's laughing at the country because we're all freaking out over this one little thing, this flag. He's having a day in his prison cell because we're going to sit here and let him take that flag away from this entire country. You know what that flag is? That flag is two things to me. One, that flag is a childhood memory to me. Okay, that childhood memory is the Dukes of Hazzard. They're trying to take that flag off of the General Lee. No, that is not okay. Okay, I grew up watching that. I was 5 years old. I didn't know what the Confederate flag was ever used for. I just knew that it was on the General Lee, and that was what I cared about. That's all I ever cared about. Whenever I was growing up, I was probably 5 years old. I was watching the Dukes of Hazzard. I was watching Knight Rider. I was watching Smokey and the Bandit. Okay? I was watching all these shows. And I never once watching the Dukes of Hazzard felt racist or the need to go and shoot something. Okay? And then whenever I got into high school, I learned what the Confederate flag meant. The Confederate flag never was meant to be a symbol of hate. Okay, before I tell you what the Confederate flag actually is, okay, we're going to switch a little subject. Okay, it's kind of the same but different. Okay, swastika. Hitler, Nazis, Germany, all that. Okay, the swastika was never, ever supposed to be a symbol of hate. Hitler took it and did what he did with wearing that symbol. Then people took that image and took what he did, put them together, and put that symbol was a symbol of hatred. Just like with the flag, okay? The flag was never meant to be a symbol of hatred. It was never meant to even, empower slavery. That's not what that flag was for. That flag was to separate the governments of state and federal so that the federal government in Washington, D.C. would not have a say of whether or not places like California, for example, where you have legalized marijuana, okay? If federal government has a say, you wouldn't. I guarantee you wouldn't, okay? Just like with places that you can have the Class 3 rifles, Class 3 whatevers, You wouldn't if the federal government has say. And up until recently, when the gay marriage thing was passed for all states to legalize the, right to marry the same sex, okay? If the government had to say, up until recently, no state would ever allow that. That's what that flag means. That's what that flag represents, okay? That flag was not supposed to be a racist symbol, okay? The 21st century has turned it to that, okay? People that do that crap, okay? And I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm going to say these things, okay? The people who are of colored skin, so black people, I'm just going to say, I don't care, who sit there and outright say that they hate certain people and then, or they'll do something and say that it's okay because, oh, well, you know what, you owned slaves back then. Okay, you know what, no, I didn't. You know why? Because I was never alive then. I couldn't have done anything about what my ancestor had done. Okay, and I don't even know if my ancestors were in the country during that time. You know why I don't know? Because I've never really looked it up. My ancestors were probably still in Ireland. I don't know when they came over here, but that's another thing. Whenever Irish people came over here, okay, whenever Irish people came from Ireland to America, we were treated like crap too. It wasn't just y'all. It was us too. We weren't treated nicely. We were looked down on like we were, less than everybody else. Because why? They came from, the UK or Britain or England or wherever. They didn't come from Ireland. So we were less. That is the same that y'all were treated. Okay? Yeah, we can't technically say we were slaves. We weren't slaves. That's true. And you know what? I'm never going to be for slavery. I think slavery was probably the worst thing that ever happened. I don't really agree with that, okay? I don't at all. My point of view is, okay, the people who sit there and do that, when they bring up past, okay, like Native Americans, okay, when they sit here and, they, sorry, I'm getting irritated, I'm ranting here. They'll sit here and say, well, you took our land. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was 200 years old. How could I have taken your land? I'm sorry, I can barely afford to put food in my fridge. If I took your land, trust me, I would have food in my fridge. I'm sorry, but you got your land, or we gave you land, which our police systems cannot even go on to, for the fact that y'all have your own rules, and they oversee the government for some reason. Not to mention the fact that y'all are allowed to own casinos, taking all of our money anyways. And then there's the black people. And again, I'm going to say that because I'm not a racist. I'm not meaning it to be racist. That's not a racism thing to say. Okay? Understand that. You want me to say African American? I'll say African American from now on. Let's do that. The African American people, okay? Y'all have the African American College Fund, the African American, this, the African American that. Y'all have all these things, right? Okay. Where's ours? Where's my free ride to college? Where's my, Irish Appreciation Month or whatever? My Irish Heritage Appreciation Month. Where's that? St. Patrick's Day. We don't have an entire month. Okay? And other things, okay? There are certain people in the world today, okay, that push racism. Racism is a thought process that people see. It is not always a true fact. Okay, say a cop shoots 5 people in his lifetime. Okay, 4 of which were white. 2 were kids, and 2 were normal adults. 1 was a kid, and 1 was an elder man. Okay, let's just say that's how many people this cop has shot. And then the 5th happened to be a black young guy, an African American black young guy. That is going to go all over the news, and it doesn't matter if he could have had an AK-47 in his hands. He could have had a bomb strapped to his chest with a button in his hand ready to kill a bunch of people. But the second that cop pulled the trigger, he became a racist. It hit news worldwide that, oh, racism is still real. No, it's not. Y'all are getting it wrong. Okay, just because something happens to a certain person from a different certain person, and just because those 2 people were different in some small way, I don't care if it was one was a male, one was a female, or one was black, one was white, one was a Native American, one wasn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to always be a racist or a sexist or a homophobic act. It could just be circumstantial that happened, okay? I mean, really, could it have been different had, cop was black and shot a white guy, okay? Swap the races of those 2 people that got, the cop and the kid who got shot. Swap those 2 races. Does it really change anything? Oh, it does. Huh, that's weird. Why is it that we are the lowest at this point? Why is it that everybody seems to have things that build them up farther than us? I don't get it. I mean, really, I'm not saying I should be over anyone. I'm not saying that I'm over anyone. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm not saying I should be better than anyone. I don't think I should be treated any different than anyone. But you know what? It is just a fact that we are treated less these days. We are treated less than everybody else. Just because, guess what? I'm white. Yeah. Amazing, right? Everybody's sitting here saying that racism is real. Racism, it's against the black people, or it's against the Indians, or it's against this person and that person, or it's just because they're Arabic that we think they're ISIS. You know what? I don't. I'm not racist in any way, shape, or form. You put me in a room with every single race, and every single sex, and every single sexuality, I guess you could say. You put me in a room with every single type, and I could get along with everyone, as long as they're willing to get along with me and not just sit there and point fingers at me because I have my own opinions. Really? I'm sorry, but you know what, white people, well, I have an opinion. And you know what? I don't really care. I don't care. You don't agree with me? Guess what? This is Lucid Thoughts, not your thoughts. These are my thoughts. Don't like it, don't care. Okay. Yeah, this rant's been going on long enough. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all like the new intro that I made there. And I hope y'all will like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Okay? And I will talk to y'all in the next video. See you guys.